We are fortunate to live on a planet with abundant natural resources, but the resources are limited and human wants are not. To make sure that we use the resources in a sustainable way, some parts of the planet are protected. These areas are crucial for conservation of the biodiversity as well as protecting threatened and endangered species. Preservation is ensured by limiting the exploitation of resources. These areas include national parks, tiger reserves, and wildlife sanctuaries. With growing population, the pressure on the natural resources is increasing day by day. Due to the lack of alternative options of livelihood, a majority of the population is dependent on forest resource-based livelihood generation activities such as collection of firewood for cooking and selling, tendu leaves for making beedi, and mahua flowers for brewing liquor, which often put them in conflict with the objectives of biodiversity conservation. Local communities are also involved in felling of trees and hunting of wild animals. Conservation efforts are most fruitful when there is active community participation. It is important for them to know that they are a core part of the region, and their welfare is as much a priority as conservation of the forest and wildlife. It is important to offer alternative livelihood options to these local communities to divert them from forest-based livelihood options. Providing vocational training in skills that could fetch them employment and a decent livelihood is crucial to involve them in sustainable development of the area. The Corbett Foundation, TCF, works towards empowering communities and improving their livelihoods, and in turn acquires their support in conserving India's pristine wildlife. In an attempt to enable the tribes to earn a sustainable livelihood, to reduce their dependency on natural ecosystems and involve these communities in conservation, TCF implements a livelihoods training program for the benefit of forest-dependent communities and tribes, titled Pukaar. The program, supported by Axis Bank Foundation, has provided vocational training in around 40 trades and skills to over 2,000 unemployed youths and women between July 2012 to June 2015 from the areas in and around tiger reserves of Corbett, Kanha, Bandhavgarh and Kaziranga. TCF not only provides training but also facilitates job placements and entrepreneurship among the beneficiaries with a success rate of over 70%. TCF helps the trainees in forming self-help groups, trains them in managing small businesses, and takes special efforts in finding new avenues for the marketing and sale of their products. The local communities, being a core part of the region, have to be made aware of the importance of conservation. This can only happen when they are gainfully employed and when they feel that they are not being marginalized at the cost of preserving wildlife. Only when we work towards making a positive and noticeable difference in their lives, educate them on the importance of preservation of local flora and fauna, and involve them in conservation efforts, we would be able to move positively towards conservation that is real and sustainable.
Viddang Dehi Namastute. 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 Viddang Dehi Namastute.